My name is Henry Tucker and I've suffered with eczema now for 16 years and slowly growing out of it. On an average day, my skin tends to vary between being too greasy or too dry. This tends to be sorted between the weather or depending on how my skin has been throughout the week. On a very bad day, my skin can be very dry or very greasy. I readjust my skin either from overwashing or from too much cream or too little cream. Managing it on a scale that I had was very minimal, to be fair, because I know friends and family who've had it before who've been on a bigger scale and had to use more quantities of the creams that I was using, such as steroid creams and stuff like that. I manage my eczema now really by just moisturising twice a day and using non-scented showering and moisturisers and stuff like that. Otherwise I get dried patches or where it gets oily. My eczema tends to be better in the summer, as you know, the oils of my natural skin tends to be better, whereas in winter it tends to be quite dry and I have to tend to bath and shower a lot more and use these certain creams. Having eczema has made me feel a bit unconfident in the past because not many of my friends at school had it. I've been wary about what activities I've been doing and how I've portrayed myself to people. Mainly towards the start of high school, having eczema affected my confidence because obviously meeting new people at high school and etc. was a bit, you had to have your confidence there to show your personality, and yeah, it definitely had an impact on me. Eczema affects my day-to-day life at the minute by having to moisturise twice a day, still being a little bit precautionate of the activities I do, but it doesn't affect me half as much as it used to. There's been times before during activities when people have acted badly towards my eczema. There's been times in the swimming pool when obviously if there's scarring or where it's sore or been wrapped up before, where they've asked questions and when you're just trying to enjoy yourself. If my skin was to flare up now, it affects my well-being by not having, I have to be very wary of it. So if I see it in the morning, I make extra precaution by putting more cream on or less cream on or whatever the precaution is. And that makes me feel a bit insecure if someone was to look at it and where the area where I've been stressing about or worrying about. If I have a flare-up, it tends to make me feel a bit annoyed because although it may be a normal teenage thing to have bad skin, but it feels like I'm slightly different towards everyone else, and that's how I tend to feel about it. I felt more confident in my skin towards my later, toward my later teens that I am now, as I've started to grow out of it a lot more and there's no real signs that people can see that I've got it, and that's made me feel a bit more confident in myself about it. There was a lot of my friends at school that supported me, obviously because the triggers such as running or wearing certain trousers or stuff like that would flare up my eczema, and obviously they'd understand that I couldn't always do the certain activities or I didn't really want to because it made me feel discomfort. My main support was really of my family because me and my brother both suffered with it and they were both very understanding of what the troubles of it were. During primary school, a lot of the teachers would act positively towards my skin condition and would make sure they'd have resources or time for me. I'd say to people who want to feel a bit more confident in their own skin, it tends to get better, and as you get used to it more, you tend to less care and you tend to be yourself a bit more. And that's what people look for, they should do.